What's cracking with your snackin' snacker stars? It's me, the BRE, the man in the backwards hat is back with this exciting edition of Pizza Night. Tonight, I'm going to tell you what I want on my tombstone. But I gotta go to the Roadhouse first and take a little break. Enter your Patrick Swayze and Family Guy jokes here, and I'll be right back right after this. Never fear, Pizza Night is once again here, so grab yourself a can of beer for this frozen Friday, June the 24th, 2016. Least wanted, bad cat. Why? Constantly text owner at work. You don't care if I live or die. Owner's guilt has cost her 2 promotions. Oh, geez. Nice, interesting looking pattern on that cat, though. Today, we are going down the Roadhouse to get ourselves a pizza. That's right. Tombstone has come out with a new line of pizzas called Roadhouse Pizza. There's like 4 or 5 of them, I think. There's one that's called Piled On Pepperoni, I think, or something like that. And there's another one with 2 meats on it. And then there's a deluxe with all kind of green peppers and onions and stuff on there. And then there's this one, which is one of the 2 that I was able to find. Only going to review this one for you because the other one was that nasty one with the green peppers and stuff on it. This one's called Bring On the Meat, or Bring On the Meat, rather. Premium pepperoni, Italian sausage, Genoa salami, and 100% mozzarella cheese on a crispy thin crust. I don't like those words. Apparently the pepperoni is made with pork, chicken, and beef, as it often is with frozen pizza. The oven is preheating as we speak, and they want us to do that to 400 degrees. That's what that beep just meant in there. And yeah, so basically they want us to cook it on the middle rack for about 22 to 24 minutes. But you know how I roll. I'm probably going to go ahead and, take it out of the oven after about 18 or 20 minutes and stick it in the broiler and crisp up all the pepperonis and brown up the cheese. Let me get this thing out of this package real quick and I'll show it to you in its frozen form. Alright, let me go ahead and first of all you can see the slip cover a little bit better without that wrapper on it. It's fully loaded, it says, man. Look at all that meat on that package. Let's see if it matches up, shall we? Well, yeah. And also, look at those big chunks of mozzarella cheese. I'm absolutely liking that, man. Lots of pepperonis on there. Looks like that's probably the salami right there. Nice thick cut salami, not little slices. And looks like the sausages are mostly buried underneath, but there's a couple rearing their heads over there. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and stick this thing in that preheated oven, and I'm going to warm it up for me, and I'm going to eat it for you, and review it for you right after this on Pizza Night. Alright gang, we are back to check out this Tombstone Roadhouse Pizza. Bring on the meat! From Tombstone, of course, new, although it has been out in some areas for a while. There's my usual suspects. And there is the pizza. Now, here's the breakdown, basically. I put it in there for 15 minutes is what I set the timer at 400 degrees, like I said. And then I turned it about halfway through, just kind of to get a little more even distribution of the heat. And then about 2 minutes before it was supposed to come out, I checked it, man, and I noticed that this crust is starting to get really brown in some areas, dangerously so even. And I was like, well, yeah, no, I think I better move this thing to the broiler and finish it off. So at right about 14 minutes, I went ahead and did just that, but I put it at the low setting instead of the high setting because I didn't want that crust to get any harder, man. And this is what we got. So the cheese just starting to brown in some areas, otherwise getting very gloopy and gloppy in certain areas. That reminds me a lot of marshmallows there. It's kind of weird. I did not redistribute the pepperoni, so there's a little bit of vacant area up there, but the pepperonis look pretty good. They didn't really brown up all that great, but hey, there you go. And there's the salami, and there's some sausages living there in a peaceful little world. And yeah, it looks pretty good, but one thing I didn't tell you guys, this thing costs $8.99. At my local Safeway. There was a coupon, rather, or a savings club savings of $1 to bring it down to $7.99, but that's pretty expensive for a Tombstone pizza, don't you think? There was a second Tombstone I was thinking about getting that's pretty new, And that one was only $5.49. They're really hitting you over the head for that meat, huh? All right, guys, I'm going to come back in just a second and hit you over the head with this meat right after this. But before I go, let me go ahead and cut out that 420 slice for you real quick. I almost forgot. I wonder why. All right, gang, I went ahead and cut this thing up with the pizza scissors. Pull this bad boy out, the 420 slice, and show it to you. It's got a little bit of flop left, but man, the back of that crust makes me nervous. Show you the back side. It didn't get too brown under there, so we should be okay. Toppings are starting to fall off. They want to leave, and they want to jump into my mouth, and it's going to do that right after this. Alright, gang, I am back, and let me go ahead and take a bite of this pizza. $8.99 or even $7.99. Is it going to be worth it? I hope to find out. Does smell pretty good. It's just that crust, man. I've never been a fan of the Tombstone crust. Maybe they can change my mind with all this meat, though. Let me find out. Well, I guess I liked it because there's a slice missing there already. I ate the whole slice. I rarely do that on these reviews. But man, the top of the pizza, where the toppings go, you know, really blew me away, man. The sauce is nice and thick and hearty and textural. Has a good savory flavor. That cheese, man, lots and lots of cheese with a little bit of stretch and pull. And if I'd been able to melt it down a little bit more without scorching up that crust, I think it would be absolutely fantastic and almost perfect. The pepperonis tasted good. All the meat together gave it a very pleasurable, salty flavor that I like quite a bit. And the salami stood out a little bit, man. I actually really tasted a little bit of that salami in there. That was nice. The sausages were what came next in terms of the strongest flavor, and then the pepperoni. I'd like to flip-flop that, but I can't, because it is your standard frozen pizza pepperoni. No big deal here. Move along, you know what I'm saying? But despite the crust being very thick, because I rescued it just in time, the majority of it is not that crunchy, and I like that. I don't like a real crispy, crunchy crust. Like I said last week, though, crackers would have been better than that gluten-free pizza. This can be like that if you leave it in too long, so I'm glad that I didn't, man. All in all, putting all that together with everything, the heartiness and the savoriness of the sauce, the nice creamy sort of almost smoky flavor of the cheese, very good there, guys. All those meats coming together, how can you miss? I can't give it a full thumbs up because it is a thin crust. You need to have a thin crust to really get me there, guys. But this is really close. 7/8, guys. 7/8 of a thumbs up, which is a great departure from last week. Thank God I got a tasty pizza, man. Alright, thank you for watching Pizza Night this week. Wow. Make sure you check out all the rest of the videos from this week. We did the blue balls yesterday on, not yesterday rather, on Wednesday. On Quick Chips, so if you want to know what that's all about, go ahead and check out that video. Also, Terminator Tony T and I went to Fredericksburg to check out Steak and Shake and Sonic on OTR, and there was a snack briefs too, and I forget what that was all about. But anyway, watch all the videos. Click on the link in the description down below if you want to join our Facebook group, and you really should. Why haven't you? Also, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at BrandonReichSAS. And always use the hashtag SnackSociety all day, every day when you're talking about the SAS, when you're talking about what you're eating, when you're talking about what we're eating, when you want to know what we're eating, and when you want to tell us what you're eating. Let us know with that hashtag SnackSociety. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. In the meantime, in between time, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.